Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just before Starfield's launch, it looks like we got a lot of updates and news to get through, including Starfield's new rating on Steam, official news for Gamescom, some more spicy drama over the last couple days, and some big details from recent reviewers. So grab a cup of coffee and get ready because we got a lot to discuss. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Comeback Kids are doing a giveaway for a free copy of Starfield, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video to learn more information on how you can win a free copy for yourself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understand where we're at right now because it's official. We are in the single-digit days left until the early access period for Starfield officially begins. That's right, because we are less than 10 days away from being able to begin our journey throughout the stars. This game has been in development for so long that honestly it feels like a dream at this point that it's finally arrived. Now, if you're one of the lucky users who bought an Xbox Series X or already have one owned, listen up because we got some pretty cool news to announce to you. Microsoft officially announced that the Xbox Series X is going to get brand new console wraps later this year, and one of those console wraps is specifically for Starfield. The Starfield console wrap will blend right in with the Starfield controller and headset, and is only going to cost you about roughly $50. As you can see on screen right here, here's a sneak peek of it and what it's going to look like. And it's going to launch on October 18th in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Honestly, I'd say if you're a really big Starfield fan and everything is going good by the time October 18th comes around, I see this as a no-brainer of a buy if I'm an Xbox user myself. So definitely don't be afraid to go check this out online. It also seems like the hype for Starfield is kind of getting a little bit out of control now. A few videos ago, we showed that Starfield's number 3 on the top 3 sellers list on Steam, and we did predict that it was going to increase to potentially number 1 as we got closer to the release day. Lo and behold, Starfield is now officially number 2, with the only spot left to take is number 1, and that would be taking over the throne from Baldur's Gate 3. Even still, Starfield is number 2 on Steam for having the most followers and liked game, beating games such as Payday 3, Armored Core, and Lords of the Fallen. The only game beating it as of right now is, of course, the absolute god-tier Game of the Year prospect being Party Animals. In other news, we got some big confirmations for Gamescom, as we all know that Starfield is going to be on the floor showroom throughout the event. We also got Microsoft showing up with their Gamescom Starfield bus and starting to unload and prepare for the event also. For all the information you want to know about Gamescom and Starfield is going to be on the screen right here now. With Starfield being shown on the 23rd at 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern Time, the 24th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and finally the 26th at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. We're not sure exactly what they're going to be talking about in detail or showing, but no matter the case, the Comeback Kids are going to be there for the live events to try and break it down for you all. Now, of course, we all know by now that DLSS will not be supported inside of Starfield on launch, but the upcoming mod to make it activated might be paywalled, and fans are starting to get a little bit divided. Now, if you don't know what DLSS is, ladies and gentlemen, it pretty much is an AI-enhanced upscaler that optimizes your FPS and high-definition visuals inside of your game. So a story-driven and heavy visual type of game like Starfield is going to be something that a lot of fans would prefer to have inside of there with DLSS. There is a modder out there that is going by the name of Pure Dark, and they have been committed to having a day one solution for users to apply to their game in order to improve the system's performance. On August 19th, this specific modder released their Red Dead Redemption 2 DLSS 3 mod, and things have been performing pretty well with it. The thing is that this user's mods can be found and installed only by going over to their Patreon and paying a small fee of $5, but other people aren't so convinced and claim to wait until the DLSS fix has been cracked, and instead of paying a $5 monthly bill, they're just going to play it patiently. Personally, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit and wait patiently, let the modding community do their thing, and hit it up later down the line. And for the final time I'm ever going to talk about this drama on this channel, we actually got some spicy takes on the title screen nonsense, because honestly, that's all it really is, just simply nonsense. The craziest thing is that a former World of Warcraft team leader, Mark Kern, tweeted about this as well, piling on Starfield about the criticism the title screen deserves. Kern posted a tweet about Starfield's title screen stating that start screens can reveal a lot about the game's development and how the development team feels about their work on a particular game. He states, and I quote, "Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team overworked, or a team that didn't care." Pete Hines, the vice president for Bethesda, actually responded to this tweet saying, or they designed what they wanted, and that's been our menu for years and was one of the first things we settled on. Having an opinion is one thing. Questioning how developers care because you would have done it differently is highly unprofessional coming from another developer. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, coming from someone who's enjoyed every single Blizzard game out there and Bethesda game, if there's one team that shouldn't be saying anything about a lack of care, it should definitely be coming from the devs over at Blizzard Entertainment. It feels like Blizzard hasn't given a rat's ass about any other game other than playing cops and robbers with dedicated fans' finances over nearly 10 years, and also feeding off of that nostalgia factor. All I know for a fact is that real fans of Starfield and people who have been looking forward to the game for as long as I have either don't care about the title screen at all or actually like the minimal design that they have embedded in the game. We also got a tweet over from Jackson over on Twitter saying, "I was too busy playing Starfield to notice the start screen drama. Nobody is going to give a shit about the start screen after playing this game." Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time I'm going to bring up something like this on the channel because I see it as honestly just haters of the game trying to stir something up that really isn't even there, trying to stir up a pot that doesn't even exist, or simply just jealous developers that had their day in the sun 10 years ago and got nothing better to do rather than tweet some bullshit about a game that they're not even developing. I think Mark Kern needs to honestly wake up tomorrow morning, sip a nice big cup of coffee, and get his ass back to work, in my opinion. We also got some more additional information from the early Starfield reviewers claiming that the game plays more like Red Dead Redemption 2 rather than Skyrim. He states, "I'm literally playing it right now and it's very immersive and like a life simulator style, although you could pick a more adventurous path if you wish." He also confirmed a massive rumor around the game stating, "In the character creator, you can pick Homesteader and you'll get a house and mortgage. The alien DNA you saw in the trailers mean you can merge your DNA with aliens to gain additional abilities, increasing health, oxygen, etc." He also states that the game is similar to Baldur's Gate 3 in the context of making friends and companions, allowing their player to romance their working companions and shape the narrative accordingly. This is also the case in multiple different articles from several people reviewing the game right now, others stating there are traits that align the player with certain religions, and there's even an apparent need to help their parents deal with their retirement as well, if you go that route. Honestly, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but when I'm looking for a single-player game to experience all on my own, it's a game that I'd want to play for months and months and potentially years onward. A game that I could pick up and play a wide variety of different playthroughs in. No stress from online griefers, people yelling or cursing or messaging you in chat being a jerk, no downtime on servers or even queue times, no weekly raid logging, no stress, no crying about balance or endgame between builds. A game that you can simply log into, get some hours in, and continue your own story that you chart out in the stars. This is what allowed me to enjoy Oblivion for so long. This is what allowed me to enjoy Skyrim for so long. Hell, even Fallout 4 for such a long time. And with the new Bethesda game launching in less than 10 days, what better way to spend the rest of my gaming year than with a stressless space cowboy bounty hunting experience that I'm looking for in Starfield? All I know is right now, ladies and gentlemen, single-player games are definitely kicking butt this year with Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, Spider-Man 2 coming out, Zelda. Shit, we even got Hogwarts Legacy early on in the year, if anyone even cares to remember about that. It just feels good that I'm going to go on my own journey with no restrictions or people forcing me to play meta builds or shoving a bunch of weekly responsibilities on my plate simply because I have to do it to keep up with other players. Of course, MMORPGs and online games are great, don't get me wrong, and it's personally what I like to play the most. But I'm definitely ready to go on my journey on my own. We also found a pretty interesting question of the day over on Reddit, with it being, what do you think will stop you from going off the edge of the map in Starfield? Do you think your ship will just be forced to turn around? Some sort of alien ship will vaporize you instantly if you go too far out? Or will there simply just be a brick wall permitting you from going forward? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Get me all the crazy ideas you got. By the way, if you guys are interested in seeing some more Starfield content, don't forget to consider subscribing. And back to that giveaway, the Comeback Kids are doing a giveaway for a free copy of Starfield. So if you all are interested, please visit the link in the description below to find out more details on how you could win that. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all for me today. I'm so excited. Less than 10 days away. I want to thank you all so much for love and support. It's an absolute pleasure to be making content for you all until the very end. My name's Sky from the Comeback Kids. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.